Did you know that Monster Hunter Rise may have been meant to release before Monster Hunter World? Starting with Monster Hunter Generations, Capcom started to categorize monsters in the game's files with a universal ID system that would stay consistent throughout the games. But weirdly enough, despite Monster Hunter Rise releasing 3 years after Monster Hunter World did, all of the new Monster Hunter Rise monsters are listed before the new Monster Hunter World monsters in the Universal ID system. So why? You may think that this was because, despite World releasing first, development on Rise started before World, but then may have been delayed and released much later than intended, especially with all of the problems they would have had working on it around 2019. However, Monster Hunter World actually started development first in 2014, while Rise didn't start development until around late 2015, early 2016. So what I think is most likely is that Rise's monsters are listed first simply because they were completely developed first. Both games were in development at the same time, but for World, the first year of development was just spent conceptualizing and prototyping what they could do with the game, since it was meant to be a large transformative title for the series. And of course, all that time spent conceptualizing and prototyping what they could do with a title like that resulted in the way that the environment became very entrenched in the gameplay, which made the game feel so vibrant and alive. So many of these environmental systems and maps were likely done early on in development, while the roster of new monster designs likely wasn't finished until much later on. Meanwhile, for Monster Hunter Rise, it was likely the exact opposite. The game was meant to be very similar to the 3DS games, even being designed with segmented maps with loading zones in between them, before eventually switching over to open-world maps mid-development. The new monsters may have been one of the first things to be designed for the game, resulting in the whole newcomer roster for Rise being finalized before the World's roster was, despite World starting development 2 years earlier. Like and follow for more.